The clattering hum of machinery filled the expansive floor of Gensis Industries, a leading developer of cosmetics and lifestyle innovations. Bright fluorescent lights buzzed overhead, reflecting off the polished steel of assembly lines and workstations. This wasn't just any factory, though. This was where ideas met reality. Products that redefined beauty were tested, refined, and brought to life. For years, I had been proud to work here. I managed the product testing department, overseeing a team dedicated to ensuring that every lipstick, skincare formula, and piece of fashion wear met the highest standards before hitting the shelves. But things had changed in the past year. Budget cuts, layoffs, and a shifting market had put us all on edge. When corporate announced the development of a revolutionary new product line, one geared toward cross-gender transformation, we all knew the stakes were high. The Ethereal Transformation series was unlike anything we'd tackled before. Designed for the growing cross-dressing and transgender community, these products promised to deliver seamless feminization for anyone, regardless of their starting point. The line included everything from body-shaping garments to skincare infused with temporary hormone-like effects, and even a voice modulation device. Excitement buzzed through the team when the idea was unveiled. But with the excitement came an uncomfortable reality. We were the ones who would have to test these products before launch. "We can't afford external testers right now," my manager, Karen, explained during the announcement. "We need results fast, and frankly, we need to prove to corporate that this line is worth saving." The unspoken truth was clear. This product line might be the last chance to save our jobs. Still, the idea of testing something so personal on ourselves wasn't exactly what most of us had signed up for. For me, though, it wasn't as daunting as it might have been for others. I didn't mind stepping outside my comfort zone, especially if it meant securing the future of the team. After all, it was just temporary. The first step in the testing process was the Instant Silhouette Body Shaper. It was a full-body garment designed to redistribute and enhance curves. As I stood in the locker room, staring at the sleek black fabric in my hands, I couldn't help but laugh. "All right, Ryan," I muttered to myself. "How hard can it be?" The garment slid on easily, its material cool against my skin. It wasn't long before I felt it working. Gentle compressions and adjustments seemed to sculpt my torso, hips, and thighs. When I looked in the mirror, I barely recognized myself. My once flat chest now sported realistic curves, and my waist had been cinched into a subtle hourglass. "Whoa," I said, turning to examine the changes. The fit was seamless, and it moved naturally as I walked. Karen's voice interrupted my thoughts. "Looking good, Ryan." She stood in the doorway, holding a clipboard. "How's it feel?" "Surprisingly comfortable," I admitted. "Good. Keep it on for the day. We need to test durability and long-term wear." The rest of the day was surreal. My coworkers, some of whom were also testing the product, alternated between stifled laughter and genuine amazement. By the time I got home that evening, I had almost forgotten I was still wearing the shaper. Next came the cosmetic enhancements. The Ethereal line included a Skin Shift cream, which promised smoother, more feminine skin textures within minutes of application. Paired with a self-applying makeup spray, it was designed to create a flawless look with minimal effort. I sat in the testing chair, a small crowd of coworkers gathered around. "Just relax," Karen instructed. She applied a thin layer of the cream to my face, followed by a spritz of the makeup spray. The results were instantaneous. My jawline softened, and my cheekbones appeared more defined. My skin took on a radiant glow, erasing years of wear and tear. The makeup spray added delicate accents, rosy lips, subtle eyeliner, and a touch of blush. "You look incredible," one of my coworkers said, genuinely impressed. Yeah, I replied, rolling my eyes. But when I caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror, I had to admit they were right. By now, I was fully immersed in the testing process. Each day brought a new product to try, from voice modulators to temporary hair extensions. The most surprising aspect wasn't the transformations themselves, but how natural they felt. The voice modulator, for example, seamlessly adjusted my pitch and tone, making me sound convincingly feminine. The reactions from the team ranged from lighthearted teasing to genuine admiration. "You're becoming the face of the ethereal line, Ryan," Karen joked one afternoon. "Don't get too comfortable," I shot back with a grin. But the truth was I was beginning to enjoy the process. The final phase of testing involved full immersion, spending an entire week presenting as female. It was the ultimate test of the product line's effectiveness. On Monday morning, I arrived at work dressed head to toe in ethereal products. The body shaper, skin cream, and makeup spray worked together to create a flawless appearance. I wore a simple blouse and skirt combination, paired with modest heels. My coworkers barely recognized me. "Wow, Ryan," Karen said, her eyes wide. "I mean, wow." "Call me Rachel," I joked, embracing the persona for the sake of the test. The week was an eye-opening experience. Navigating the world as Rachel gave me a newfound appreciation for the complexities of gender expression. Simple tasks like ordering coffee or attending meetings took on a new dimension. By Friday, I felt like I had mastered the transformation. The products were a resounding success, and the feedback from corporate was overwhelmingly positive. The Ethereal Transformation series launched to widespread acclaim, securing the future of Gensi's industries and solidifying our reputation as innovators in the beauty industry. For me, the experience was more than just a job. It was a journey of self-discovery. While I returned to my usual self after the testing phase, I couldn't help but feel a sense of gratitude for the opportunity. The process had taught me that beauty, identity, and expression were more fluid than I had ever imagined. And who knows? Maybe Rachel will make a return someday. Even though the official testing period had concluded, the buzz around the ethereal line lingered in the air like perfume. Corporate executives were thrilled with the early results, and they wanted the team to refine the marketing campaign to align with real-life testimonials. To my surprise, Karen approached me with an unusual request. "We've been running focus groups all week, and they've been asking for more authenticity in our ads," she said, tapping her pen against her clipboard. "You are one of the most convincing testers. Would you be open to joining the campaign?" As Rachel, of course. I blinked at her, unsure of what to say. "You mean be in the ads?" "Not just that," Karen said, a small smile playing on her lips. "We'd like you to share your experience, maybe do a few promotional events. It's a big ask, I know, but you've become a sort of mascot for the line." I laughed nervously. "A mascot? Thanks, I think." Karen shrugged. "The truth is, Ryan, you nailed it. You didn't just test the products, you embody them. People noticed." I mulled over the idea. It wasn't entirely out of my comfort zone. I had already spent weeks in Rachel's shoes, so to speak. And the thought of helping secure the product line's success was appealing. "All right," I said finally. "I'll do it. But just for the campaign." Karen grinned. "Perfect. Let's get started." The following weeks were a whirlwind of photo shoots, video recordings, and media training. Rachel was no longer just a temporary persona. She was becoming a symbol of what the ethereal line stood for: transformation, confidence, and freedom of expression. For the first shoot, I sat in a sleek studio under bright lights while a team of stylists worked their magic. The makeup spray and skin cream were applied flawlessly, and the body shaper gave me the curves that felt almost second nature by now. I wore a flowing blue dress that hugged my form in all the right places, paired with silver heels that added a touch of elegance. The photographer, a cheerful woman named Mia, positioned me under a soft spotlight. "All right, Rachel, give me confidence. Chin up, eyes forward." "Perfect." At first, I felt stiff and awkward. But as the session progressed, I found myself relaxing into the role. The products worked so seamlessly that it was easy to forget they weren't permanent. For those hours, I wasn't Ryan pretending to be Rachel. I was Rachel. The final results were stunning. The images captured a poised, confident woman who looked like she belonged on the cover of a magazine. "Wow," I muttered when I saw the proofs. Karen peeked over my shoulder. "See? You're a natural." The next challenge was even more daunting: live appearances. The marketing team had arranged a series of events where I would appear as Rachel, interact with customers, and demonstrate the ethereal products in action. The first event was a launch party at a high-end boutique in the city. As I stepped out of the car and onto the red carpet, a wave of anxiety washed over me. Cameras flashed and reporters shouted questions, but I focused on keeping my head high and my smile steady. Inside the boutique, I mingled with influencers, beauty bloggers, and industry professionals. Conversations flowed easily as I shared my experiences with the product line. The attendees were fascinated by the transformation process, asking detailed questions about how the products worked and how they felt. "It's hard to believe this is temporary," one woman said, examining my flawless complexion. "It feels natural," I replied honestly, "like an extension of who you are, rather than a disguise." By the end of the evening, I was exhausted but exhilarated. The feedback was overwhelmingly positive, and I felt a growing sense of pride in what we had accomplished. As the campaign gained momentum, I started to notice subtle changes in myself, not just physically, but emotionally. Spending so much time as Rachel had given me a new perspective on identity and self-expression. One evening, after a particularly long day of promotional events, I found myself staring into the mirror at home. Rachel stared back, her soft features framed by the cascading waves of a synthetic wig. But behind the makeup and products, I saw something deeper, a part of myself I hadn't fully acknowledged before. Was Rachel just a role I played for work, or was she something more? The question lingered in my mind as I continued to navigate the duality of my life. By day, I was Ryan, the pragmatic product manager. By night, I was Rachel, the confident face of the ethereal line. The two identities began to blur in ways I hadn't anticipated. The campaign culminated in a major televised event, a live demonstration of the ethereal products on a popular morning show. Karen insisted that I be the one to showcase the transformation process. "People connect with your story," she explained. "They need to see how real this is." On the day of the broadcast, I sat nervously in the makeup chair backstage. The show's producers had arranged for me to appear as Ryan initially, then undergo a full transformation into Rachel live on air. When the cameras started rolling, I took a deep breath and stepped onto the set. The host, a bubbly woman named Jenna, greeted me warmly. "Welcome, Ryan," she said. "We're so excited to see the magic of the ethereal line in action." Over the next 10 minutes, I walked the audience through each step of the process. The body shaper, the skin cream, the makeup spray, all of it came together flawlessly. By the end of the demonstration, Rachel stood in Ryan's place, drawing audible gasps from the studio audience. "Wow," Jenna said, clearly impressed. "You look amazing. How does it feel?" "Empowering," I replied, and I meant it. The segment was a hit, and the response online was overwhelming. Social media buzzed with hashtags like #etherealtransformation and #BeWhoYouAre. The campaign had struck a chord with people from all walks of life, and sales of the product line skyrocketed. With the success of the ethereal line, Gensis Industries was back on solid ground. Our jobs were secure, and the company had gained a reputation as a trailblazer in the beauty industry. For me, though, the journey didn't end there. Rachel had become more than just a temporary persona. She was a part of me that I wasn't ready to let go of. On weekends, I found myself experimenting with the products at home, refining my look and exploring new styles. What had started as a professional obligation had blossomed into a personal passion. One evening, Karen invited me to dinner to celebrate the success of the campaign. Over glasses of wine, she leaned in and said, "So, Rachel, what's next for you?" I laughed, but the question lingered. What was next? For now, I was content to take things one day at a time, embracing both sides of myself and the freedom to explore who I truly wanted to be. Thank you so much for watching till now. It means the world to have you here. This community is all about empowering each other and celebrating the incredible journeys of everyone on their path to living authentically. If you're ever feeling lost or alone, remember you have a whole family here for you. Hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and let's keep inspiring each other, sending you all the love and strength in the world. Until next time, live your life by your rules.